Minister, you are welcome to the House, and this bill is welcome. So it is. I have spoken to the various associations, and they are satisfied that while it doesn't do everything they want, this is not something they want impeded in any way, and they would like to see it go through. As you know, Minister, we came very, very close in an industrial dispute to having what was termed as a blue flu, and it would have been a sad day for Ireland when members of the Garda Síochána would have pulled their service over any industrial relations issues. And I think it's good that we're now putting a mechanism in place whereby, like any other worker, they have access to the labour relations machinery of the state, and they can bring their grievances there and allow their grievances to be adjudicated by independent bodies. And that's an extremely important move, and a brave move by the government to allow that, because I think since the foundation of the state, the Gardaí did not have that available to them. The Gardaí's position with respect to future negotiations, and it's the position of one of the Defence Forces groups as well, and that is that there would be an independent pay commission outside of the Public Service Pay Commission. The Public Service Pay Commission deals with everything from teachers to nurses to civil servants, clerks in local authorities, whatever. I think we have to agree that people who wear uniform in this country do a very different job than anybody else in the state. I think we have to agree that those people cannot be encompassed under the normal negotiations, national negotiations that take place. And for that reason, and that reason alone, I would support that either we have some sort of a separate mechanism. For example, under ICTU, there's the Public Services group in ICTU, which some of the uniformed people feel would not suit their needs, and they want, if you want, a separate group, something similar to what we have in the UK, where there is a pay commission that looks at the Army, Air Force and Navy over there on an annual basis. And while they never exceed the national pay agreement, whatever that is in percentage terms, they do have some degree of flexibility around allowances and around special payments and things like that. I do have a difficulty, Minister, and this goes back way before your time, so please don't take it as anything personal. I do have a difficulty where we have an agreed or an arbitrated agreement. Like, for example, the Army Ranger Wing, I spoke this morning about it. The Army Ranger Wing in 2010 took a case for arbitration and were awarded an increase of 50 or 60 euros a week, 50 to 60 euros a week, backdated to 2006. That award was made in the height of the recession here in Ireland, in the height of the economic collapse, and still the arbitrator saw it as something that he should recommend. And to date it hasn't been paid. There's about 35,000 due to every single member of the Ranger Wing that's serving today, and that's pretty sad that we haven't looked after that. I do think that in providing access to the Labour Court and the Workplace Relations Commission for members of Garda Síochána, we should have gone the whole hog. We should have included the Defence Forces in that. I do understand what you're saying, and I think this is something that we will revisit at some stage in the future. The Defence Forces, like anybody else in this country, are workers. The Chief of Staff should be the line manager, if you want, for all members of the Defence Forces, and there should be a resolution process under the state's industrial relations procedures and mechanisms. The CNA system is under review, and I'm waiting to see what the outcome of that will be. It's something that needs drastic review, and I'm not sure that CNA systems, for example, when I was president of the Teachers Union of Ireland, we had the conciliation and arbitration as one of the mechanisms for resolving disputes, but we were also a trade union in our own right and reserved the right to withdraw our labour like any trade union. Now, clearly with Gardaí and soldiers, the withdrawal of labour would be an extremely severe step, and I'm not sure that any of the associations would want that. But nonetheless, I mean, I suppose I can go around the houses on this all day, and I'm not going to do that, Minister. You've brought forward legislation. You have taken in one aspect of those in uniform. It's a pity it doesn't meet the full needs of the GRA and the Association of Superintendents. But the AGSI, I think, are happy enough with it to go as it is. So look, I commend you for bringing it here, and I look forward to seeing the bill speedy passage. I'm hoping, Minister, that we'll see it actually signed off before the summer break. So I hope to see the two stages come together the next time. Thank you, Minister.